Thank you, President. It is evident that the Council remains divided on the 1737 committee issue. Unfortunately, this split is also preventing agreement on the appointment of chairs of the subsidiary bodies, greatly impacting their work. We are of the view that matters related to 1737 committee must not be allowed to impede the routine work of the Council and its subsidiary bodies. We also note the lack of agreement on the report on this matter that should have formed the basis of today's meeting. President, the development since last June, as well as the ongoing situation that started with the unprovoked and unwarranted attacks on Iran, have deeply impacted the context of the Iranian nuclear file. Regrettably, the breakdown of diplomacy on the Iranian nuclear issue has further complicated an already complex matter that has been on a downward slide for the last few months. However, what has not changed is the continued validity of the fundamental principles and the multilateral spirit that led to the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action and the consensus adoption of Resolution 2231 in 2015. More than ever, and even during the current conflict and heightened tensions, it is clear that an enduring solution lies in embracing those time-tested principles rather than abandoning them for short-sighted policies. The JCPOA was a unique instrument, manifestation of an approach based on dialogue, diplomacy, and pragmatism. It was the outcome of painstaking and arduous yet constructive negotiations. It charted a roadmap to comprehensively address the concerns of all parties based on reciprocal actions and thus embodying peaceful resolution of disputes that is at the heart of the UN Charter. Pakistan lent its support to the negotiated settlement of the issue, and it remains our core position till today. It was also in that vein that Pakistan supported the draft resolution that was presented last September to effect a 6-month technical extension of Resolution 2231 in order to provide time for diplomatic engagement. We also supported the presidential draft resolution that provided for the continuation of the termination of sanctions in accordance with the terms of Resolution 2231. President, it is clear that dialogue, diplomacy, and constructive engagement remain the only viable way forward. And yet, diplomacy has been forfeited in favor of military means. Pakistan has expressed its clear position on these developments in this chamber and elsewhere. We have condemned all use of force, targeting of civilian infrastructure, and strikes on nuclear sites under IAEA safeguards. Strikes against nuclear facilities carry huge environmental and safety risks for the population and people all around the region. IAEA's crucial verification mandate should not be disrupted. The IAEA is the institution responsible for verifying compliance with respective nuclear safeguards obligations of member states in an objective, impartial, and credible manner and on technical grounds. The IAEA should be enabled to fulfill this statutory function, and its verification activities in Iran should resume unimpeded. President, we reaffirm our support for the resolution of the Iran nuclear issue through peaceful means. Diplomacy and dialogue should be the guiding principles for achieving a negotiated settlement of all contentious issues in accordance with the rights, obligations, and responsibilities of the parties concerned. Only an objective, fair, and rules-based discussion can advance that objective. We call for an immediate cessation of hostilities in the Middle East and urge all parties to show a maximum restraint, avoid further escalation, and institute a permanent ceasefire and resume dialogue. All of Pakistan's efforts are aimed in that direction. In July last year, this Council unanimously adopted Resolution 2788 that highlighted the primacy of resolving all disputes through peaceful means. we must urgently revive the spirit of the Charter and of that resolution to overcome the current spiral of escalation and stop this deadly cycle that has tragically visited the region so often in recent times. I thank you.
I thank the